All right, back at it. I am now inviting two super amazing women to join us. And I think they're going to be with us any second. All right, here they are.
Hi there.
Here they are. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hello, Cheryl. We're doing great.
All right. Well, everyone, I am so excited to be here right now with two just amazing women. I'm virtually visiting Salt Lake City, Utah today. I've got Nat and Nico DQ on the phone or on Instagram Live. They are the founders of Lincoln Street Farms in downtown Salt Lake City. And in case you think you can't have a farm in a city, you are wrong. And I was wrong. I was wrong until I met them. So we're going to get to talk to you, and we're going to get to see your farm, which is about as cool as anything I could think of to do today. Okay.
Thank you for having us.
No, I'm so glad to have you. So
welcome. Yeah, welcome to the farm, Cheryl.
Thank you. Okay, so you told me that there's no requirement of land. You don't need acres and acres to call your land a farm or be a farmer. Explain that. Tell us about your journey and how you got the inspiration to be here.
Yeah, so we always loved gardening and had this like crazy spousal dream of one day like moving to a rural area. And then we're like, no, we love the city too much. We can't do that. And so we started questioning kind of the conventional wisdom that you need a certain amount of land. And we started realizing there's a lot of certain crops that you can grow and different things you can make. And it's actually totally doable. We have just 0.2 acres. And so right now we're making candles, soaps, we grow edible flowers. We do all kinds of fun garden seedlings. We have, yeah, Cheryl, you have the goods, you know.
I do. I got the goods. Keep going.
So yeah, basically last year during COVID, we had some extra time on our hands and we stepped away from our full-time jobs and we said, hey, we're going to start something that can promote ourselves and that we can use our skills to grow something that we believe in.
Which is just amazing. So you're doing this on just 0.2 acres in your backyard. And
Correct.
You're living your dream. Did you know how to, so I have some of the products. This is soap. It is the best smelling thing I've ever said. If anyone wants to ever smelled, it's called the Pearberry Filigree Bee Soap. And I don't really like strong scents. It's the most beautifully subtle, but smells just completely delicious.
Music to our ears. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Yeah, so we didn't really know. I've always loved making, baking, creating. And it was one of those things where we just had some extra time and we had some project ideas and we started selling soap on the side. Then we started selling microgreens and et cetera, and it started to build. And we're just always learning as we go. And we've used a huge thing I've used to refine my craft is Facebook groups, because if there's a craft out there or a product out there, there's a Facebook group for it. And so I'm always finding new mentors, all the resources that are available. Yeah, and there's 12 people eager to be the first one to tell you what you're doing wrong on the candle or something. And so it's just a really easy resource to tap into.
Well, I may be your focus group of one today because I did make a product request. I basically said that I love this soap and I love the way it smells, but I prefer liquid soaps. Yeah. And so I've challenged you, only if you want to figure out how to make my liquid soap that smells this good, and we'll see what happens. So I've been meeting with small business owners around the country. I've been flying around from my living room in this chair I've been sitting in for a year, and COVID's been tough. And you guys, I think you called it yourselves COVID entrepreneurs. COVID or someone COVID entrepreneurs. Yeah. that things. But what is your advice for other small business owners right now? What tips do you have? Because you guys have made that shift during a pandemic, and I know other people are trying to make that shift too.
Yeah. So our biggest advice would be just start with one pie and sell your one pie. See if you even like making pies. Yeah, if you're passionate and if you believe in your product or your idea, then people will listen to that. So I say, don't have a launch date 7 months from now. Don't say I need $50,000 to get started. Those are just barriers that you built in your own head. Really, you can start with an idea and some soap supplies. With social media, and for us, there's just like with farmers markets, there's so many different ways to reach people that, so we always wished we had an idea for a business. We always had, normal jobs.
And now that we have this farm model, we have too many ideas. Like now we're editing out a lot of things. But
yeah. And there's always just new.
So once you get going, I think it starts to fuel it, and then you just keep coming up with new things.
And building your confidence.
Totally.
That's great.
That's huge.
Advice I have tried to take and tried to give for a very long time, confidence for women is so huge. So I ordered some of your self-care products, their self-care box, which I really loved. And I really love the products, but I also really love this Pride candle, which I showed before. June is Pride Month here in the US, which is now, I guess it is officially June.
Here we are.
What does it mean to you and your business to support the LGBTQ plus community?
You know, I started my career in Washington, D.C. working for a Democratic former congressman, and I was in the closet when I was working there. And that was not a long time ago. Yeah. And basically I said to myself, someday I'm going to have a job where I can be my authentic self and I can show up for myself every day and be an example to others in the community that may need that visibility. And so through time and trial, I emerged here at Lincoln Street Farm, and we are living our dream, and we're trying to be visible. In a red state like Utah, there's not a lot of women role models and not a lot of queer leaders. And so we want to show up and be those leaders for our community.
And I think you told me earlier you got married on
the first day of marriage equality. Yes, in Utah. It was so amazing. Yep.
Remind
us. Very dramatic.
Very dramatic, but that must have been so exciting, and I'm so happy for you. So Nat and Nico, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for these amazing products. Thank you for exploring even more amazing products with me. But really, thank you for setting an example for small businesses everywhere. It's a tough time, but that can be an opportunity, and we're excited to work with you on it.
Thank you so much, Cheryl.
Thanks for having us on.
Would you like to see a quick tour of the farm before you
yes,
wrap
I'm
up?
sorry, of course, please.
No worries. I can't let you go without showing you our
should not let us go.
So we're going to step away from the desk here, and then what you're seeing right now is our garlic field, and basically we are growing garlic samplers for the entire farmers market. These are our seedlings right here that you're seeing. Right behind me is Nat at our greenhouse. This is our rebuilt 100-year-old greenhouse. We moved it from about 20 miles away. And then we're going to walk down.
And then, yeah, right this way. This was just a large junk heap, but now it's a studio.
This is where we make all of our candles in here.
We have
our wax melter. Nat's showing you some of our beehive candles. These we'll send your way someday.
Really juicy.
So pretty.
And then right over here is where we pour all the candles and all the different molds that we use. So that is the farm tour.
Amazing.
We'll end at the edible flower garden right here. And maybe you can see.
Thank you, Cheryl. We love Lean In. We always quote the book all the time.
Oh.
You have to say that real quick.
We're a big fan.
Thank you. Thank you for being an example for me and so many others. So
thank you, Cheryl.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll see ya.